Welcome back to Dragon Quest III. On the previous episode, I went to Nonil's, the sleeping town, headed west, finding a cave where I discovered the Dream Ruby that I then gave to the Elf Queen, who gave me the wake-up powder to counteract the curse of Nonil's. I received hints that a magic key might have been near Asaram, so I went there, being told to go to a pyramid to the west. I found the key there. Now I can head to Portoga, a country known for its shipbuilding. If I get a ship, I can explore the world and perhaps find a way to defeat the Archfiend Baramos. So let's get to it. I teleport to Nonil's, buying the Cloak of Evasion for Theron. Besides the defense boost, he will now have a chance of dodging attacks. Then I teleport to Asaram, haggling with a merchant to buy an iron helmet, giving it to Eltanin, passing the leather helmet to Brindar. Then I teleport to Isis. There was a door I forgot to open there. It's the Queen's Chambers. If I visit her at night, she will give us a gift, but we must search the ground around her first. The gift is the Wizard's Ring. It can be used to restore MP, but has a chance of breaking when used. I then go back to Romali, heading west, finding a shrine with stairs locked behind a magic key door. Going through a underwater tunnel, finally arriving at the other side. A new enemy found here is the Lumpus. They are threatening in groups as they spam infernos. I move towards the south, finding Portoga. Facilities here include an inn and an item shop that sells herbs, water and wings. The residents here seem to like pepper. An old man says to meet the king if I want the ship. I then go to the castle. A man says that there's a shrine to the east where I can change classes. Then I open a door to open 3 chests hidden behind damaging magic floor. They contain a spider's web, a vitality seed that I give to Eltanin, and 88 gold. Then I talk with the king. He wants the black pepper that is plentiful to the east, and sends us to get it, granting a ship as a reward if I do so. He gives us the royal scroll, which is to be shown to Norud the dwarf. I grind outside to await nightfall. Vyron reaches level 15, learning the Heal More spell for stronger healing, and the Numb Off spell to remove numbness. I teleport to Asaram. There's a cave entrance near here. At the end of this tunnel, I go north, finding Norud. I show him the royal scroll, and he heads towards the secret path. I open the chests containing a training suit and a club, and then meet again with Norud, who opens the secret path, finding the exit to the east. New enemies I can find outside include Avenger Jackals, enemies that can cast Surround and call for backup, Heat Clouds, decently strong enemies that can breathe fire, Hunter Flies, enemies capable of spamming Fireball, they are dangerous in groups, Mage Toadstools, these ones can restore HP with heal or damage with Ice Bolt, and Metal Slimes, enemies with low HP but monstrous defense, they can cast Blaze and drop a very high amount of experience, but defeating them is incredibly difficult without the use of very specific equipment or abilities. I then go north, finding a shrine that acts as an inn. Then I go south. Theron reaches level 15, learning the Rob Magic spell. It steals MP from enemies. As I approach the next town, I find new enemies that include Tongue Bears, simple enemies with somewhat higher attack, and Nevs, enemies that can cast Surround or Chaos. This last spell inflicts confusion. I finally arrive at Baharata. Facilities here include an inn, a house of healing, and an item shop that sells herbs, water, wings and webs. A man here wants to buy pepper, but the seller won't do business due to his daughter being kidnapped. A man explains that the Staff of Force spends MP for great strength. I then find the pepper store owner. His daughter Tanya was kidnapped and wants help to rescue her. Tanya's boyfriend, Galen, rushes in a hurry to rescue her. A man at the inn says to the northern mountains lies the Shrine of Dahma, where class change can be done. Another man says that the kidnappers live in a nearby cave. I then leave town, crossing bridges to the east, then northwest, finding a cave entrance. New enemies found here include Catulas, enemies that call for backup and dance strange jigs, and Executioners, strong attackers that can inflict critical hits. This cave consists of identical square rooms, which can be very confusing. I go all the way north, bumping into the wall. I try out the magic key, opening a door, finding a chest to the east containing 552 gold. The other one is a man-eating chest, which I surprisingly managed to defeat. I go to the next room west, opening a chest that has a fairy water, then head further west, opening chests that have 232 gold and a medical herb. That man-eater chest did set me back a bit, so I leave for a recovery run, buying a battle axe for Eltanin. Then I return to the cave, going all the way south, then one room west, opening a hidden door at the south. Then I go east, finding stairs to the second floor, going west, opening a hidden door, opening chests that contain acorns of life that I give to Eltanin, an agility seat that I give to Brindar, an intelligence seat that I give to Vyron, and a strength seat that I give to Eltanin. I then go south, being accosted by Kandar's henchmen. They aren't quite as tough now that I have strong multi-target magic. I go further south, finding the Lovebirds. According to Galen, the button to open the door is near the south table, and sure enough, pressing it opens the cells. As they make their escape though, they meet with Kandar. I take him on to allow their escape. he fights me with 2 of his henchmen. Unlike them, he's gotten quite a bit stronger, still capable of inflicting critical hits, and also has passive HP regeneration. I take out the henchman first, but his HP regeneration makes this fight a bit of a slog. After defeating him, Eltanin reaches level 15, learning the outside spell, and Viron reaches level 16, learning the awake spell to remove sleep status. Kandar begs for forgiveness once again, promising to change his ways. I decide to spare him and he runs away. I return to Baharata. Tanya and Galen have inherited the old man's business. Since I've rescued them, Galen gives us pepper for free. I return to Portoga, giving the king the pepper, being given a ship as a reward. I then sail to the south, finding a shrine on the other side of the strait. A man says that if I sail south here along the coast, I should find Tendanki, then Baharata, and finally Jipang. There are also 6 orbs scattered through the world. If I were to find them, I could travel anywhere without a ship. I then return to Baharata, going east then north. New enemies found along the path include Ramors. They have decent stats and can cast Fireball. Simiacs, strong enemies that can also call for backup, and Fierce Bears, incredibly strong attackers. After a good walk north, I find the Shrine of Dahma. The man at the entrance can save my game. It is here that I can change classes. It does come at the cost of some of my stats, so I decide to forgo it for now. I then go east, finding stairs to an inn and House of Healing. I then go north, finding the Tower of Garuna. New enemies found nearby include Stingwings, enemies with strong paralyzing attacks. Garudas, they are capable of casting Firebane for massive party damage. Slime Snails, they have great defense but pitiful HP. They can cast Ice Bolt and Sleep and call for healers. And Sky Dragons, they have strong attacks and Fire Breath. Inside the tower I can also find Great Beaks, enemies that can attack twice. Once I enter the tower, I go south, opening a chest containing an intelligent seed that I give to Viron. I then go west and north, finding stairs to the second floor, walking through a tight rope to the east, finding stairs back to the first floor, finding a travel door that takes me to the center. I take the eastern stairs to the second floor, then south stairs to the third, finding immediate stairs to the fourth, then fifth floors. I walk the tight rope to the west, climbing up to the sixth floor, opening a chest that contains an iron helmet that I give to Brindar, passing the leather helmet to Viron. I then return to the fifth floor, jumping down the tight rope, then a hole on the floor, climbing downstairs, finding a chest that contains the Book of Satori. This is necessary to class change to a sage. I then jump down through a hole, back to the first floor, then make my way back to the center. This time I climb up the northern stairs, going all the way to the third floor, opening a chest containing 248 gold. Eltanin then reaches level 16, learning the sleep spell. I then return to Portoga and circumnavigate the continent southward. Enemies that I can find throughout most of the sea include marine slimes. They have good defense, which can be further boosted by increase. Man-o'-wars, they have a paralyzing attack and can call for backup. Merzons, they have decent stats and can cast defense. King Squids, strong attacking enemies with good HP. And Hades' Condors, they can cast Limbo, which will send party members all the way back to Alyahan. I find a shrine along the coast. It has a travel door, though access to the other side is blocked by a cell door. Enemies found outside here include witches, spellcasters that can use Healmore and Firebane, Infernus Knights, bulky enemies capable of critical hits, Goat Gons, these ones cast slow, and Avenger Beaks, they attack twice and cast defense. I then continue along with my navigation, finding rivers to the east. A few rivers along this world have a new enemy, called the Krabbas. They can inflict critical hits and have high defense. At the end of this river I find a new town, Tedanki. A new enemy found around here is the Witch Doctor. They can cast Heal More and call for Horks. Inside the town, a guard says if I go around the cape along the coast, I should find the volcano's rim. Another says that the Archfiend resides in the northern mountains of Necrogon. An old man is in disbelief that this village was destroyed by Baramos. This town also has an inn, a house of healing, and a weapon shop that sells staves of force, sledgehammers, zombie slashers, magic armor, sacred robes, bronze shields, and iron masks. I then rest here, and as I wake up I see a harrowing sight. No one is here but a skeleton where a prisoner was. He wrote a message, saying he wanted to give an orb while he was still alive. This town has been truly destroyed. I return to Baharata, then sail east. Theron reaches level 17, learning the Blazemore spell, a stronger version of Blaze. I then find the locked shrine from before. It serves as an inn. I also find a lady from Jipang. She says that the people suffered due to the serpent Orochi. I make a visit there. The residents here are so afraid of the Orochi that they sacrifice young ladies as a way of appeasing it. It is ordered by their leader, Himiko. Himiko herself though isn't very receptive of outsiders. I then continue along the coast, finding another town, Muor. A new enemy found in the outskirts is the Barnabas. Strong attackers, they can also cast Stop Spell and heal more. Muor itself has facilities that include an inn, a house of healing, an item shop that sells herbs, water, wings, and poison moth powder, and a weapon shop that sells staves of judgment, sledgehammers, full plate armor, cloaks of evasion, fighting suits, and iron masks. A merchant nearby addresses me as Papa Gatero. Apparently I look like this person. It's not just him, others recognize me as this Papa Gatero. The resemblance must be that strong. I then return to Aliahan and sail to the west, finding a big island with a new town, Lancel. Facilities here include an inn, an item shop that sells water, wings, and invisibility herbs, and a weapon shop that sells magic knives, iron spears, battle axes, sledgehammers, cloaks of evasion, sacred robes, and iron masks. A man here is on a journey to find the final key. A vase is necessary for it. The shopkeeper's daughter recommends the Invisibility Herb. A man knows that the Vase of Drought is in Eginbear Castle. It is north of Portoga. I buy an Invisibility Herb, then go further north. The shrine here will take me to the navel of the earth, while a dwarf says that I should have the Invisibility Herb if I am to go to Eginbear. I return to Portoga, then go north, arriving at Eginbear. A new enemy found around here is the Curer. It is capable of casting Heal All. The guard here is rather rude and won't let us go through. Seems like it's a job for the Invisibility Herb. Although its effects are temporary, the people here don't seem to mind that I just sneaked in. A man says that there's a vase capable of drying the ocean, though he seems unaware that it's here. A merchant says that a shrine sank to the ocean, leaving shoals behind. I then go to the throne room. The king here is capable of saving the game. I climb downstairs to the underground floor, completing the boulder puzzle here to unveil a secret corridor, at the end of which is a chest that contains the Vase of Drought. I then return to Muor, buying 2 iron masks for Eltanin and Brindar, passing one of the iron helmets to Viron. I then sail north of here, going through a glacier strait, finding shoals. New enemies found around here and other remote sea areas include Merzonsians, enemies that cast Ice Bolt and heal more, and tentacles. They are capable of attacking twice per turn with great strength. I use the Vase of Drought here, revealing a sunken shrine. I enter, opening the chest there that contains the final key. It can open all doors. I use it on the nearby cell door, talking to the skeleton who says that in the mountains of Necrogon is a pit called Giaga, from where all misfortune spews forth. Now that I have this new key, I try it on some cell doors. At the dungeons of Aliahan Castle, a prisoner will tell me there's a castle where a dragon queen lives. At the underground tunnel that leads to Portoga, I find a travel door network with a few destinations, some of which I have yet to explore, although one of them is the shrine north of the east exit of Norud's tunnel. There, a bard tells the story of Olivia. Her spirit screams at the ships at sea. Perhaps an item that belonged to her husband might allow her to pass on. His ship seemingly wanders as a phantom as well. Then I go to Muor. Going through the cell door there reveals there's someone north of the merchant. This old man also thinks I'm Papa Gatero. I then go upstairs from the merchant. A kid mixes me up with Papa Gatero, while another kid gives me a water blaster made by him. The bard recognizes me as being from Aliahan though. That's where Papa Gatero comes from, although he had a different name there, Ortega. He told him that he regretted leaving his son behind. I then make my rest in Aliahan. I have explored quite a large chunk of this world. First, I went to Portoga. Its king requested me to find a pepper which is found to the east. I arrived at Baharata. The pepper merchant there was worried for his daughter who was taken to a cave. After rescuing her and her lover from Kandar, I got the pepper for the King of Portoga, being given a ship as a reward. I then found the Shrine of Dahma, where class change is possible, then took the ship to explore the world, finding many towns, including Tedanki, a literal ghost town, Jipang, where many maidens are sacrificed to appease the Orochi, Muor, where Ortega was widely known, Lancel, a small town where I bought the Invisibility Herb to be used in Eginbear, so that I could find the Vase of Drought to be used in the shoals north of Muor, finding the final key which can open all doors. With this key in hand, I can make preparations to start the hunt for the orbs, which will allow for unrestricted travel regardless of ship. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, as I begin the search for the orbs.